So, what's up guys, new video, just a quick rundown of the current patch, including the transmogs, including the balances in my opinion about it, but only like the main things, like so many YouTubers already made like their whole thing of the balance patch, so I'm just gonna go through that part quick. I'm gonna showcase the new skins, and I'm gonna showcase a few RTA things I've been asking for, and I'm really happy they implemented. Like I literally been pitching these ideas since like SWC 2019, some in 2008. Well, no, not really in 2018, but yeah, into SWC 2019 mainly. Been having these ideas for a while, and also the other thing I've also been asking for since they released like the split of the RTA runes with the normal runes. So let's get into it real quick. So this is readable, yeah, okay. So the main key points for me in this balance patch are one, the ragdoll. Ragdoll is, I think it's a great nerf. Some people say it's like a slightly buff because he gets reflect. I don't really agree with that, because you can, in current state, you can ignore ragdoll even more until the last unit, which is already happened. Like if you check most matches against ragdoll, ragdoll is not the first target. Ragdoll is mostly the last target. Now people will know that more people will actually be smart and put ragdoll on attack, crit damage, attack. Moment we start noticing, we start attacking that more, blah blah blah. It's a circle. But yeah, I think you can ignore ragdoll even more than you could before, and therefore at some point the reflect damage is only gonna help when ragdoll is in like a 1v1, 1v2, that kind of situation. But besides that, I don't think it's that much of a buff. I think it's a decent nerf. And the biggest thing is 15 to 10% doesn't look that big, but if you AoE crit, let's say a Sierra skill 3, which is probably gonna crit, you go from 60 to 40. And that is a big decrease, so that's actually nice. Wind Hell Lady, not that interesting. Maybe Rakan is gonna be more used because of like his skill actually does a strip point thing right now, but it's a really niche pick against like 4 or 5 wind units. That's about it. I think Lima with the start and ends grants 1 turn immunity. I think she will become better, but I think she probably like a violent cleanser right now. Also, besides just that buff on her skill 2 is also changed because they changed her awakening, and her skill 2 is 90% chance, with the skill up is 100% chance, and it adds a slow rather than a dot, so it has more play together with Hathor, because normally if you would place dots, Hathor S3, they wake up after 1 turn. So actually the slow will benefit from that. However, the damage she will dish out is also therefore a lot less, because the dots actually do a lot of damage. Okay, that one is quite interesting. I'm only looking at the RTA side, like, so if you're saying like, hey, oh, you're missing this and that unit, I think might be interesting. Maybe for non-RTA, but personally I don't feel like it's that interesting. Also, most of the time I don't really care that much about the 4 stars that are buffed, because I don't feel they are that great. Paladin, I don't think she's that great, because hey, it's a wind, or it's an HP unit. HP units mostly don't do that well. Rakan also probably doesn't do that well, because HP scanning kind of sucks. Then we get into Amelia. She recovers 10% by each turn. Actually, if that buff was already implemented, I would have won my match in SWC 2018, probably. Because this thing will only help the moment you come down to a bruiser match where it's a unicorn versus one other unit of the enemy. And that doesn't happen too often, that you end up with like a 1-1 situation where you just have Amelia versus something else, like let's say in my case it was like a chilling. But let's say you face like a what is more, well, mostly it's like support against support. In this case, Amelia will have an upper hand because she's healing 10% of every turn, even though 10% is not that much, and it's only in pony form, so therefore I think it's a small buff in her bruiser state, like at the end of a match, but besides that, not that interesting. Helena recovers 10% at the end of the turn. She's just RNG, and you're gonna use her if you pray for RNG gods to work, and otherwise no. Light one, however, recovers 10% of the allies. I think it's decent-ish, however, I think it's also quite minimum. So let's say most units, like let's say you have a Sierra that's like 30k HP and you heal her for like 10k, or you don't heal for 10k, you heal for 10%, you heal her for 3k. 3k is not that much. It might give you the slight edge to win, but still, anti-crit is kind of sucky, so therefore probably people will still use another immunity buffer than the light one. She will have a little bit more play. The dark one 100% crits when attacking with Moonlight Flash. Yeah, I don't think that will be that interesting. It's too difficult to set him up. Or her. It's just too difficult to set her up. It's just a difficult unit to use. Because you need like an AoE strip, an AoE armor break before it actually does something really useful. So like a 1 in a, let's say if you use like a 1 in a 20 matches, and then it can work, but she's not like a first or second or third pick or anything. Now we have a bunch of Succubus. I think the fire one might be interesting because he reduces the skill cooldown. However, I'm not that big fan of the Succubus. Their base speed is like, or their base stats are a little bit low. Net force, of course, I don't like net force that much. But yeah, same for like most of the others. Jack-o'-lantern, yeah, I feel like they're all not that great. Some people say like the light one is like a baby Jaeger, but I would almost call it like an embryo Jaeger. Like if Jaeger is 100%, then this thing would be like 25%, because it won't dish out damage. It's a scuffed fire monkey, and the fire monkey is already bad. That's pretty much like the level we're at, right? So then we have a bunch of Taoists. Maybe the water Taoist is going to become a scuffed Shiho. However, the issue is Shiho has like low base HP and decently low base defense. This thing has super low base HP as well. But the reason Shiho works is because his third skill actually gives him the invulnerability buff and immunity buff. This thing won't have any defensive mechanics, and therefore it will be a shitty unit. It just hits a lot, and that's all. So therefore Shiho is still like if Shiho is like, let's say 80%, then this thing is probably like 45 or 50 or something. Okay, then we have a couple of Warbears and Pixies. I don't think they will be that good. Then we have Laika. I think Laika is actually interesting because Laika is actually strong. It ignores a lot of the buff to Justice. Combined with this current buff is actually really interesting and really strong. So I think Laika might have some place in some matches, because for example a Shiho is supposed to counter a Laika, but Laika can one-shot a Shiho with skill 2 technically, even when the defensive buffs are up. So immunity and invulnerability, Laika can still one-shot a Shiho. So that's kind of painful. And then we have like a bunch of fixes. Oh yeah, and the dungeon AI will be improved to use the skills more frequently. I wonder if that's just dungeon AI or if that's also arena defense and guild war defense AI. Like I'm not sure if they have like a different AI for the different game sets, but this could mean that in arena defense, strippers will use their third skill more often, Bastet will use her boost more often, and that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if that will be the case, but it could be. You never know. It says dungeon AI, so it's clearly implied for dungeon, but is there a different AI between like arena and dungeon? Didn't even know. So yeah, that's really interesting, really interesting. I think some good balance patch. Also, like this is the second balance patch within the in the 2020, and I think they're doing a good job of like small tweaks every now and then. And some people are like, oh, we're still gonna have the same meta. Well, if you say we have exactly the same meta, you're not playing RTA enough, because meta actually does shift. However, yeah, is it gonna change a lot? No. Actually, I do notice like Gany Hawthorne, that kind of CC comps and stuff like that actually started to fade away like a little bit, because like at some point if you play like full control, the enemy will always have 27% proc rate, and you get fucked by that real bad. So then into the patch itself, the skins. I'm gonna go over the skins. They look amazing. I know the Druid looks amazing. If I had Iris, I would definitely do that one. I don't really have Hell Ladies. Wait, I do have Rocky. This thing, oh, this thing is so big. I've been asking for this for since SWC 2019, and this is an RTA box. And for the people that RTA a lot, this is like the best thing ever, because before you had to RTA, like if you want to hide your units, you have to RTA for storage. With the latest patch, you can actually put your RTA units in the box and all the other units outside of the box. But then it's still annoying that for guild battles you have only RTA units in your normal box. So it's kind of like replacing the issue. Like you may have a pile of trash here or a pile of trash there, and you just swipe it to one way, but there's a pile of trash. This update removes that pile of trash, and you can actually build the castle you want at the place you want, kind of. So you can, with this, you can select up to 30 units. I just noticed I have more than 30, but which I use for RTA, but it doesn't matter. You can add up to 30 units, and those will actually show up. Wait, I can tap this one. So when you selected all of these units, like blah blah, you select them, they show up here at the top in your RTA section. Super chill. But the biggest thing is, boom, here they show up at the first freaking things in the first slots in your RTA. It could have been like a little bit more clear which one they are, because they have like a kind of like small blue circle around it, but it's kind of tiny. And then all of the other units start like afterwards. So that's super chill, I think. One of the reasons I asked this is because, like, especially for people that have like max storage and max like all of the units filled, it's gonna be a pain for them to find those units. Also, for tournament play, you have to play on tablets which don't have like the old settings of your own account, so it doesn't have like a recent tab that works, because all of your units are never used as recent on the device, because recent is saved on your device, not on your account. Same thing for what's shown up on the left side here is based on recent play. It's not based on your account. It's based on your recent play on that device. So therefore this will help tournament play a lot. And I actually know some people, like for example Tiger, he had some misdrafts because he couldn't find his units. Is 30 enough? Yeah, I think 30 is a good amount. I can't say like I used 33 because I was checking like how much can I fill, but I used 33, but do I use them frequently? Like no, there's also like Leo in there and like Kabila and that kind of shit, and I draft that shit like once every, let's say like 30 to 50 to 100 matches. So I think it's fair to say, I think most people that just do like RTA, like G1, G2ish, they probably have like 15 units, like including their niche picks, like 15 units, and then maybe like G3 up there of like 20, 25. So I think 30 is a fair amount. And apparently, rune loading is added, shown in the image below. You can switch the runes. Oh yeah, you can. I think it's you get the runes from your normal box, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice way to switch like one side and then the other side. Okay, back to the patch itself. Another thing I've been asking for, which I really like. Oof, this one is nice. So yeah, the exclusive rune management feature improvement, rune removal will no longer cost in the world arena, and which is really nice. You can also sell your equipped runes there. Who cares? But yeah, like you pretty much have free rune removal on the RTA side always, and I think this was like the moment it came out, I right away said like this is necessary. I think because if you want to make people, all of these updates are to get more people into RTA, right? So when people are gonna be forced to spend more mana, which especially for the people that start to get into RTA is a resource they don't want to waste. So they have to do like two boxes, their normal box and their RTA box during free rune removal, and they're probably not going to do both. They're just going to do one. And now you have the chance to always do it in RTA. And I think it's highly necessary, because if you want to attract more people to RTA, make it more interesting. And then we have, yeah, small updates. 2 more re-ups, or if you buy that one, and we have a special pick too. I think the value is quite decent, but I'm not expecting myself to buy this one. No, not really. Legendary Memorial grindstones and gems are nice, but I don't cash that much into the game, so I don't expect that to be. But so for RTA, they're going in a real good direction. Like they're actually going into a really good direction. So these are the units I've selected for my box. These are like 30. I could add like a few more. They also still, like, you see my Amelia on top, but you also see my Amelia on bottom, so they still show up there. And I think what it said with the runes is like I can do this, and yeah, it shows the runes that I have from my normal side, so that's quite nice. Only thing I still miss here is switching between. I want to switch from this layout, I want to switch back to the normal one, because it's that clear and visible to see which one you're in. But to switch from this one to the other one is like what? It's like 5 or 6 clicks. Then one thing I'm still missing, like I have to criticize a little bit on that one, is matchmaking and rewards. Like if Counters fetches these two things, I think RTA is going in a really good spot. Like they start to like have a really good foundation with all of these things, but still a lot of the, like, there's still 2 pillars of the foundation which are pretty like breaking and like broken, which are matchmaking. That's really bad. Like C3's playing G3s, C2's even playing G3s, that kind of shit. Like we don't want to see that. It's as bad for me to play against them because I can lose a lot of points, as frustrating for them to play me because they probably won't win. So it's just a fact. Like, but yeah, that and then rewards are not that interesting yet. So if they fix those 2 pillars, I think RTA is gonna be really played a lot, and it's gonna be a lot more interesting for people, and it's gonna be really nice. So I'm already talking for way more than I expected, but hey, people that are watching this, the people that are subscribed, really thanks for subscribing and watching, by the way. You are probably used to me talking too much. Okay, I'm gonna start off from the ones that I care least to the ones that I care most. So, mystical archers, who's really using them, right? I must say I mostly like archer skins, and these are actually quite decent. Yeah, that looks powerful. I like moves that, wow, that they actually look powerful. Too bad I don't have like any playtime like any of these. Ardella I actually used for a while, but this actually this looks powerful. I like when moves look powerful. A bit too much flashy, like I'm not sure about people with like epileptic attacks, but this is a little bit, well, this is actually cool though. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I see it like flickering. That's kind of like, that's a little bit annoying, but besides that, what, this is a fucking cool skill though. Damn. This animation is boss. But yeah, too bad these, wow, damn, they have some cool animations on these archers. Too bad they're just not used. But yeah, if you would use them, I would definitely get those, because those are really cool. The magic mics, as a friend of mine always called them. He didn't get magic knights, he got magic mics. Yeah, besides Iris, they're all not really used. Looks not bad, looks not bad. This one's gonna be the interesting one. Yeah, I think if you have an Iris, this one is worth it. This one is quite cool. Okay, this... I like how like thorns go towards the enemy and then it becomes like a rose. That's actually cool. That is actually cool. Lapis is used sometimes. Oh, you have like 3 thorns going out to everyone. That's actually cool. Wow, Lapis is... yeah, Lapis is really nice. Too bad she's also not used that much, but yeah, looks nice, looks nice. Then we have the Dryads. I do have the dark one, but I never use her. That looks kind of lame. That's okay-ish, I guess. A little lotus flower, not bad. Yeah, this one is used sometimes. This is like a weird as raccoon-y kind of thing. But like, I almost feel like it's like a scuffed raccoon. Okay, this skill is kind of dope that these things are like running around, but the skill is actually so bad they have to improve her kit for her to be actually useful. I got her max skilled and still cooldowns are way too long. This one is actually being used by some people for Oblivion. Looks cool though, I like the tree animation. The tree animation on someone's face, it's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna do the Druids last because I think the Druids are most cool. Like I already seen the skin in beast form and that looks amazing. Okay, standard animation. This one not bad. I think they kept like the movement the same. They just made like the effects different. Yeah, there's just a lot more shit. There's almost so much happening that I barely see what is happening. Okay, I want to see Asima's last because I think Asima's is the most coolest. Huh. Yeah, these are quite cool as well. I actually expected more of them somehow. I don't know. I kind of expected more of them. Wait, this almost looks like a one-hit right now. This animation doesn't make sense to me. Why would something like this hit twice? Gouge does look cool though, but Gouge always looks cool. So wait, is yours gonna do the same? Yeah, okay, no, this looks cool. This looks heavy cool, man. If I had an Asima, definitely this skin, 100%. Okay, and then these. These are the ones that are gonna be really cool. I'll probably throw one of these on tourneys. Skill 1. Ooh, looks powerful. I like that. Looks powerful. Moonlight Flood. Yeah. Okay, Roar. Oh damn! Look at that animation, man. Wow. I was looking at two things and both of them looked amazing. Okay, is this still like the double scratch? Oh, that's a scratch with a tail whip or something. That's damn. And then the fire things like around it, so you have two things to look at. One is like the freaking Japanese like gate like hitting the enemy, and the other thing are like the animations like around the unit itself with like the triple fire things. Like, oh, you don't see those right now. But man, the gate looks with the fires like this one is freaking. I bet you people are buying this one. People are buying this one. People are so, but look at the guy itself, like the freaking thing on the ground and then the three fires like spinning around. That's freaking badass, man. That's so badass. Okay, the tree is a little bit too big if you ask me, but okay. Wild Blow looks actually kind of boring if you ask me. Yeah, it's just a simple like I walk into your face kind of. I would almost say this Wild Blow looks more powerful than the other one. Yeah, the 3 is a little bit too big. I actually, how cool, I don't know, I like the Balinese a lot more than the Terranese. I think the Terranese is kind of, the Wild Blow doesn't look as powerful as in the normal version, in all honesty. I think it's still cool because of like, it looks cool. The 3 is a little bit too big if you ask me, and the Wild Blow looks like a weak move in my opinion, but that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Rage of Mother Nature. Ooh, damn, that's badass. Yeah, I like the Moonlight Flood. Moonlight Flood looks amazing. But this also with the thing, and then there comes like the tails like at the end or something. Kind of Naruto team with like the nine-tailed fox, I guess. But yeah, this looks cool. This looks hella cool. Oh, damn. Damn, son, you got a freaking Dark Gate. I just don't like Wild Blow. What's wrong with Wild Blow? It's just... like, this Wild Blow is like... Boom! boom in your face, right? And then you have this wild blow, and this wild blow is like, oh, no, wrong one. Yeah. That's even on a critical hit where the thing shake. It's wild blow looks boring. Like before, wild blow is like I'm gonna get slapped the shit out, and the thing walks like boom in your face. And this one is like, shit. I don't get it. Why is your wild blow so lame? Like, like it's almost like it literally feels like you have a soccer player walking to a ball, and instead of kicking it, he walks into it. Like, you know that feeling, right? That you feel like the ball's like further away, and rather than kicking the ball, you hit the ball with your walking foot. That's kind of how it feels like. It kind of feels like there should be a target afterwards that he's actually charging for, but then he accidentally hits the thing in front, and then it's like a weak ass hit. That's how it feels like. Let me know if you agree. Water one, same skills as the other one, pretty much. Do we get another gate? Why is there no gate and no tree? Come on, guys. You just got the fires. Well, okay. What happens if you do this? Just more fire. Yeah, I don't like wild blow. I just do not like the wild blow. The wild blow actually looks boring. Oh, I'm so disappointed about the wild blow, actually. Still gonna get it probably, but for some reason, I don't know, like I feel like this was all made by different teams, and the guy, I don't know, like some kind of intern made wild blow, and the rest is all made by like professionals. That's almost what it looks like. Sorry to the guy that made wild blow, but come on, man. It doesn't look powerful. It does not look powerful at all. I don't know. Still, all in all, I think Druids are by far the most badass skins, especially for Belenus. And well, actually, the fire, the dark, and the light all look amazing. And then the wind one is, yeah, wind one is still nice. It's still nice. But yeah, I kind of expected more, like, as hyped as I was on the fire one, as like kind of down hyped I was on the wind one. But that's my opinion. So yeah, that already took way longer than expected. So thanks for watching if you watched throughout the whole video, and see you in the next one, and bye bye, peace. Probably next video will also be back in Shanghai, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe I'll do another rush video on Sunday, and I'm going back to Shanghai on the Tuesday. So, see you guys.